Hi guys, welcome back to another video. I think we're on tutorial number 6 or 7 now on Mitsubishi's GX Developer. We looked at set and resets on the last video, and we just did standard contacts. What we can look at now is the use of rising pulses and falling pulses. So all we'll do is we'll replace what we've got on these systems here. So let's just make sure that we're in right mode, which we are. We can replace by highlighting the contact that we want by a pulse, and we can just put X2 in there, and bingo, we have now got a rising pulse. The same we can do for the reset, but we'll do that as a falling pulse, which is always good to look at. Okay, so we've now converted that, and we can now go back into our simulation and notice that when we run this, it can just trigger the pulse of that rising edge to set the coil, which, to be quite frank, in most situations that's all you would use is a standard pulse or a leading edge. So we are now in the mode. We notice that our reset is set, or our reset is reset. We go into our monitor, we open up our entry data meter, and we're going to use X2 again, and all we're going to do is just do a force on and then a force off. If we force it on, you'll notice, I don't know whether the video's quite fast enough to pick that up. I'm going to force it off and then force it on again. You'll see that it pulses blue. Okay, it just pulsed quickly. I don't know whether you can see that. I'm afraid you'll have to take my word for it. And there we go, we get the set. And if I do the same with X3, if I force it on, nothing happens. Okay, X3 is actually on, and what I will do is monitor it under here. So if I start my 3, and when we monitor it, notice X3 is high, but this is a trailing edge. Okay, so it won't do anything until it sees that signal go off. Okay, so if I open up my entry data monitor, okay, so we know it's on, but it hasn't reset until we double click on that and we drop the signal off, and then the falling signal will cause that to go into reset. Again, you may see that pulse blue a little bit. I'm not sure whether the video is fast enough to do it, but here we go. It's clicked, and there we go. That pulsed, and it reset it to 10. Reset Y10. So there you go. There's how to use a simple, I'm going to come out of this for now, a simple rising and falling trigger edges. Once this is reset, I will show you another command that you can use for pulses as well. Let's take example, let's go for X4. Oh, we've gone back into read mode. Let's go back to write. Let's put X4, and we're going to put in F8 up here, and we're going to put in let's put M11, but at this point we can put PLS, which is pulse M11. Now what this does is it's similar to what this one is here. When we send that high, this will trigger this high, but it will only pulse it high, so it'll switch it on and then off. Okay, so what we'll do is F4. I know this takes a little bit of time, but we'll go back into the simulation and we should then be able to go into the entry data monitor, and you should then be able to see the pulse switching on and off. Okay, so once we get there, give us a second or two. Okay, notice that there is no pulse at the moment, it's not high or anything, and X4 is not high. So let's go to our monitor, entry data monitor again. Just minimize it so we can hopefully see it. Again, I'm not sure whether the camera will be able to pick it up, but we'll try. I register the X4 device, and if we double click, we now get the device test, and we're going to select X4, which we've got. We'll see this go high, and we'll see if this pulse is, if the camera is quick enough to pick it up. So here we go. There. I'm not sure whether the camera picked that up. I will force X4 off again, and I will try it again, just to hopefully see if the camera will pick it up. It just flashes for a second. Basically, it flashes for one cycle. Okay, so that's how to create a pulse. It can also be used instead of, let me turn that off, instead of using your triggers like this, the rising edge trigger, you could actually use that pulse to drive that set. So I could actually put in, instead of, sorry, I keep forgetting to do this myself, I need to go back to write mode, and I could replace X2 rising edge with simple pulse of M11 here. So type that into there, F4, and what I've got here is X4 creates a pulse on M11, and M11 switches on and then goes off for one length of the scan and switches Y10 on. So there are various ways of doing things. As I say, in the A series you won't get these pulses. You won't get these pulses in A series, but in the Q series you do. So that's just to show you how to use a trigger edges and the pulse command under this address here. Hope that's been useful and helpful. We'll take a look at something else on the next video. Not being very clever on telling you what it is, because I don't know yet. But we'll look at some more devices certainly, and some more commands, and we'll take a look at integers as well in the coming up videos. Okay, click the like or dislike if you don't mind, and if you don't like it, by all means leave a comment as why, and I will try and correct the problem. Otherwise, if you've got any other comments and or questions, by all means leave them, and I will get back to you as soon as I can, and hopefully either answer them or make a video about the answer. Okay, for now, take care, and I will see you